Good morning, everyone. I call this meeting to order at 10 o'clock. I will read the land acknowledgement. The city of Thorold is situated on treaty land. This land is steeped in the rich history of the First Nations, such as the Hadiwandurung, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe, including the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. There are many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people from across Turtle Island that live and work in Niagara today. The city of Thorold stands with all Indigenous people, past and present, in promoting the wise stewardship of the lands on which we live. Thank you. Are there any declarations of interest? No? Okay. Then can I have a mover and a seconder to adopt the agenda, please? Linda has moved. Ray has seconded. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? No, then that is carried. Can we have a mover and a seconder for the adoption of the minutes of the last meeting, please? Ray has moved. Linda has seconded. I call the question. All those in favor? All right. Anyone opposed? No, then that is carried as well. Correspondence. Are there any items for correspondence? Not from me, not from the clerk's office either. Then we can move on to financial. Some small invoices for printed materials have been submitted to planning. Also, one invoice for a shadow box to display an artifact at number 8 Carlton Street South. That was a 1937 King George VI coronation medal that was awarded to a Thorold teacher for her outstanding contributions in education. And she was also a close friend of L.G. Loriman, after whom the school is named. And that was hung up at our Heritage Day a few weeks ago, together with a painting painted by L.G. Loriman. That's it for invoices for now, but there will be more coming. Then any discussions concerning invoicing? No. Okay, moving on to ongoing business, installation of history plaques and of designated properties. I have consulted the cultural heritage report of the Miller House, and indeed there is a mistake on the existing plaque. I have ordered a replacement. I have written a replacement and sent it to the signage company, and once it's done, it will be applied to the plaque stand in front of the house. Any discussions concerning the Miller House's plaque? Basically, it was a error in the history of the ownership of the house. The mistake was in which miller the house was actually sold to in 1901, and that is corrected now. Moving on to heritage permit status update. At their meeting on April 21st, 2026, Council passed report DS 15-/2026 regarding Heritage Permit Framework Council report. The report also contained the request for approval for Council of the recommendations made in that report. Nancy, do you want to give a brief update?
Certainly, through you, Madam Chair, we're very pleased to now have formalized the process to establish a heritage permit prior to making any significant changes to designated buildings. We have a website FAQ that will be posted as we build our new city website. We have an application form and guidelines that will be shared and distributed and available to owners and real estate agents, the broader public. So the next step in this process, now that we're very happy to have been to have been passed, the next step is now to integrate this into our work program, our workflow with building. And so I have a little bit of work to do just to roll it out, but we're very excited to get this going and to make things clearer for owners of designated buildings and the public.
Thank you very much, and we are even more appreciative. Thank you and Chris so much for all your hard work on this. It's amazing. For years we've wanted this to happen, and now it finally has. We're just absolutely thrilled. Okay, moving on. Any comments from the rest of the committee? Yes, Councillor?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to echo what you just said. Thank you so much, Wendy. We have had this on the table for years, ever since we've been on the Heritage Committee, and this is a wonderful document to have. It's going to be a great guideline for people who aren't sure what can I do, what can't I do. And I also want to make clear that it's not designed to prevent anyone from working on a heritage home. It's quite the opposite. It's just to make sure that when the heritage home is addressed regarding repairs, that it's done in accordance with why it was designated in the first place. So by all means, it's merely a mechanism of information and guidelines for people who have been asking for years. So thank you to you and the planning department for achieving this. This is really great.
Thank you. All right, anyone else? No, then we're moving on to new business. St. John's Heritage Site Designation update. I met with representatives of the NPCA regarding the signage, the designation plaques, and the history plaques. They are fine with what we proposed, 3 history plaques, 1 for the school, 1 for the mill, and 1 for Mr. Duff, who saved the site in the first place and preserved it, and a bronze plaque also for the mill. We had said that it wouldn't be a good idea to put a bronze plaque up at the school because it's too out of the way, lonely in that area and exposed towards the road, so it's just asking for somebody to just take it. Now, last time Justin had said to then bring it back to the committee. Is everybody, or do we have a formal motion, or can we just informally approve that? A motion?
Yeah, through you, can do a motion if make sure with outlining the plaques that you mentioned and where they're going to be spent. Do we don't have a price on it, do we yet, or no?
Oh, we do, and it's all covered under our present budget, so we won't go.
Okay. Yep.
It won't cost any extra money. So.
Yeah, I recommend we do a motion that we get those 3 plaques and that it's covered under the current budget.
Okay. Do you want me to just sort of formalize that motion right now? Okay.
Yeah.
So can we have a motion to approve 3 history plaques and 1 bronze designation plaque to be installed at St. John's Center at the time of designation? Actually, the bronze plaque, we will have a little mock-up for the designation because it won't be done in time. But the 3 history plaques will be installed by then. So can I have a mover and a seconder? Linda has moved, Ray has seconded. All those in favor? Is anyone opposed? Mary?
No, I'm not opposed at all.
Okay, then that is carried. All right. Okay, then those will be in production, and actually, Justin, I had forgotten that we were supposed to have a motion for that. I have already ordered them.
It's okay.
All right, so that's moving along. I wrote the texts for all those plaques, and I sent them to Sarah. She revised them, and they're ready to go, basically. Then, are there any comments regarding St. John's? The next step in the process will be the passing of the bylaw on May 12th. Nancy will take care of that. And after that, there's just another appeal period for 30 days before we can designate. We're hoping to have the designation sometime between mid and end of June. Any comments? No?
Nope.
Okay. Then we can move on. Next on the list are the Heritage Awards. The working group has not had a chance to get the application form finalized. I'm also not sure whether we'll have a chance to do that for the next meeting, maybe for the last one, but this will be a process that will probably, will certainly fall into the next term to finalize. Moving on to events, the Earth Day Fair happened last weekend on Saturday at the Canada Center. This event grows each year. It was bigger this year than last year. It was bigger last year than the year before, which was our first year. So it's great to see that each year there are more vendors and more visitors, and we're hoping that that will continue because, as we all know, this is one of the #1 topics that concern us today. Any comments regarding Earth Day? Nope. Then we'll move on to the next thing. The other events which will be present at this year will definitely be Canada Day and maybe also 1 or 2 of the market days after the committee has actually been closed down for the year, but we might have a table on 1 or 2 of the market days anyways, just to remind people that the Heritage Committee exists. Any comments regarding that? No? Then we're moving on to another topic that Nancy will give us a quick, not update, but introduction to.
Thank you, through you, Madam Chair. Actually, as I look down on item 11, outstanding items, bullet point number 3 says downtown facade program, and this is very related. One of my tasks for the city is to update the municipality's current community improvement plan. A community improvement plan is a tool that municipalities can use to provide grants and loans to property owners to help with restoration, rehabilitation of buildings. You must have this tool in your toolkit in order to provide money to landowners, otherwise it's bonusing. So this is sort of like to avoid the bonusing rule. Not to avoid it, but it's just the one mechanism that allows for municipalities to provide grants and loans that are consistent with broader growth, rehabilitation, redevelopment, development goals for the municipality. So that is one of my tasks. Our current CIP will be expiring. We are hoping to present a new CIP following our new council. So looking at February 2027. The region has also recently done an upgrade. Most municipalities are doing upgrades of their CIP programs. So right now we're looking at what are other municipalities doing, what are the focus areas, what level of incentives are being provided. So that's a lot of my research right now. One of the programs that the region just expired is called the Smart Niagara Incentive Program, SNIP. One of those programs within that bucket of tools included a heritage incentive. So Like I said, as part of reviewing the city's current CIP, we're looking at all the options available. And there are 2 program options available with respect to heritage buildings. One is for the city to be able to provide a grant or a loan. These are small grants and loans, perhaps $5,000 to $8,000. That's what I've seen across the province, to help restore or provide an addition to designated heritage buildings, just recognizing the additional costs that's involved with designated buildings. So that's one of the tools available. The other tool available is a tax program. And so if there is major reconstruction or redevelopment or improvements to a designated or additions to a designated heritage building, the municipality could, that results in a tax increase. The municipality could provide part of that tax increase or increment back to the landowner through a grant after the increase is paid. And then through a bylaw, if we chose that route, then the province could also provide a portion of the education tax increase back. So those are 2 tools that are available to us. I'm not recommending anything at this point. I'm just letting the committee know for information that we are looking at these tools. Over the next couple of months, we're going to have some stakeholder meetings, internal stakeholder meetings, so with different departments, to talk about what resources are available, what the goals and priorities are, especially with a new council coming in. So it will be on the table for review. We are going to invite, hopefully, our chair to attend those stakeholder workshops, and we'll be looking for information and feedback. At this, it will have to go to council for approval, ultimately, at the end of the day, our new CIP, and all the programs included in it. But at this point, I just wanted to provide that update, and those are tools on the table. Happy to hear any feedback at this point. Thank you for considering this and providing any thoughts.
Councillor?
Thank you, Madam Chair, to Nancy. Nancy, at present, we don't have a municipal tax grant. Is that correct?
Through you, Madam Chair, that's incorrect. We do have a tax increment equivalent grant tied to brownfield redevelopment.
Oh, right. That's correct. Yeah.
Right, and we have several properties right now that we are providing incentives for the next few years.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Anyone else? I just wanted to mention to anybody on the committee and also anybody who might be listening in that if there were any grants or loans or tax credits given for restorations of heritage buildings, this thus would not apply, am I correct in this, to regular home maintenance or anything interior. So it would have to be either something that goes beyond regular home maintenance, which every homeowner has to do anyway, and also be somehow connected to the community improvement plan in that it would be exterior elements that would reflect on the community and not just on the home itself.
Through you, Madam Chair, that's correct. Thank you for bringing that up. Exterior only, and the CIP will set out eligible costs, and those would be related to not regular maintenance, but through the improvement or rehabilitation of heritage features.
Okay, thank you. Any further comments? This will obviously take a while to review and implement if it gets implemented. So there will be, months and months, if not years, before this will actually. Months. Okay. All right. If there are no further comments, then we can move on to the next item, which is work plan. We don't have a work plan for the last 2 months of our committee in this term, so we will defer that section of the agenda to the next term. And then we have our outstanding items. Does anybody have any comments or updates regarding the list of outstanding items? Yes, Councillor?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just briefly about the Friends of Beaver Dams Church. We have a meeting on Wednesday, and it's going to be a Zoom. At first, it was going to be at the church, but the grounds are too wet and soggy, so it'll be a Zoom meeting. And I just want to remind everyone that cleanup of Beaver Dams Church site is Saturday, May 9th at 9:30 until noon or earlier, should the work be finished before then. And once again, the Thorold Flying Dragons are going to be out there in full force assisting us with the cleanup. Wonderful group. So that's it. Thanks.
Thank you. All right. Anyone else? No? Then we are zipping through this today. We can already move on to round table. So Nancy, do you want to start?
I don't have anything to add at this time. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Ray? All right. Thanks. Linda? Nothing? Thank you. Mary?
Nothing at this time, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Wynne?
Nothing for me, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Ricardo?
Nothing to add at this time, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Counselor?
I'm going to keep this rolling. Nothing to add, Madam Chair.
All right. Justin? And is it Laura? Yeah. Nothing from me. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Our next meeting will be on May 26th. By then, the bylaw for the designation of the St. John's School and Mill should be passed. It will be at 10 o'clock in the morning, hybrid meeting as usual. And if there are no further comments or no further business, then this meeting is adjourned at 10:22. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.
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 It's going to be a short or a small paycheck for today's work.